back here, friends. You know, with inflation at an all-time high, many students are struggling to find a way to make ends meet. The Allgire Foundation is here to help, but scholarship applications, they're closing soon. Here to talk more about this, Scott Silber with the Allgire Foundation, along with Angel Mendoza, a scholarship recipient. Thank you so much for coming in here, gentlemen. Really appreciate your time. Tell us a little bit about Allgire and how you guys are helping out the community.
So the Allgire Foundation was formed a couple of years ago after Rick and Marianne Allgire sold their business, Allgire General Contractors, to their son Grant. And we thought, what do we give these guys as their going away gift? Well, a gold watch, RV, we weren't sure. We went with a scholarship that would be a lasting legacy to give back to affordable housing in the same way that affordable housing had given so much to Allgire. Incredible,
incredible. And money tough to come by in the middle of summer. Not a chance for a lot of people to be getting scholarships out there. So this is money that could go a long way for some of these people in the community, right?
Absolutely. And the scholarships that we're offering, there are 5 different ones, and the amounts are varied from $10,000 down to $2,500, which is what Angel got.
Yeah.
So we're excited about being able to offer this opportunity.
That's great. Angel, tell us a little bit about this opportunity that you got to get this scholarship money, how you got it, how you got involved, and what the money was used for.
So one day my mom was talking to a social worker. She told her about my story. He recommended the Allgire Foundation. I just decided to apply. I said, why not? And then a couple months later, they called back to me. They said, hey, you got the scholarship. And I was able to use that scholarship money to pay my tuition for USD.
Oh, okay, so you're going to USD?
Yes.
Okay, are you going there now, currently?
I'm going to start in about 2 weeks.
Okay, great.
So I'm going to the master's program for nursing.
Awesome. And this would have maybe been a dream that you couldn't have, right, without the help?
Right, so sometimes it's discouraging for students who come from low-income or underrepresented communities. And I think with scholarships, it helps us boost our confidence into school.
Absolutely. And tell us a little bit more about what life's been like the past couple of years for you.
So when COVID first started, I was working as an EMT. I was working full-time. I was a student full-time as well. And unfortunately, my parents lost their jobs during COVID. And it was just me and my older brother helping my parents with rent, with necessities and all that. And it was a little tough because it was during COVID, and I was a full-time student as well, so it was hard balancing those two things.
Well, you've had to grow up quick, right?
Yeah.
And you've done that. You've accomplished a lot here. So it's great to see what this scholarship. I mean, this is kind of the definition of how far this money can go, right?
Absolutely. An Angel's story is a story that we see often.
Yeah.
And so as we're getting in the applications, we have a 7-member committee that independently reviews each of them and provides their analysis so that we can help folks like Angel and throughout the community. And it's, like I said, Angel's story is one of many.
And you're right, because there are angels watching right now, and they could use some help. So what are the qualifications, and how do people learn more about this?
So they can go to our website at allgirefoundation.org, and there's a very simple application process. The folks don't have to have the best grades. They don't have to be the top tier. We look at every single individual as best we can to evaluate them on their individual merits.
There you go.
And it's a very simple process to go on, apply, answer a few questions, and that's it.
Awesome. And Angel, I mean, your advice to someone out there right now that isn't sure how they're going to afford their dreams, maybe they want to go to USD or SDSU, right, but they just don't have the money. What is some of the advice and some of the tips that you have for them?
I'd just say don't get discouraged. Look into many organizations. A lot of organizations have scholarships out there. Sometimes your own school has a bunch of scholarship opportunities. Do a little bit of research on it, and I know there's a bunch of scholarships out there that could help with your financial needs for school.
What's the future look like for you?
So I got 2 more years in school. At USD, I start in 2 weeks, like I said, and then I'll hopefully become a nurse in 2 years.
Becoming a nurse?
Yes, sir.
Oh, the world needs more of those. We certainly know that. Okay, thanks so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. One more time, the website people can go to learn more and maybe get involved in this and maybe even get a scholarship.
allgirefoundation.org. And we always are looking for people to help in any certain way, whether it's by applying for a scholarship or maybe even donating a couple of bucks.
Awesome. Well, I know there are some people in the community that would definitely love to do that. Thanks so much for coming on, gentlemen. Really appreciate it.